Premier Gibbs. Breakout season loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone. Touchdown.
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Welcome in to the Braylon Edwards Show. It is the Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports 2.0. I'm excited to be with you. Thank you for joining us in the chat, and thank you for joining the show on this, a Thursday. One more day to Friday. All those people cutting down to the weekend, it is almost among and upon us. But before we get into the day, which will be a fun one because a lot of interesting things happening on the social as it relates to Woodward Sports. We'll get into that in the second segment. But first,
we own the space,
I'm
baby.
just saying, it means the people are listening. It means that they are listening. Anson Wells would say you. And I noticed a book right there, and I noticed there's an inscription and a signature in there.
Yes, that's right.
Anson throwing the change up.
We upgraded the puck.
He did.
So we got the
or the knuckle puck,
book,
as.
And then
Shout out to
on
Mighty
the
Ducks
inside here, you don't have to zoom in, but it's not only signed by D-Mac at the bottom there, but this is signed and inscribed to D-Mac himself from the author. So you're getting both. This is a must-have, guys, for
Open that back up.
Let's go again here, guys. Boom. So yeah, you got the author with an actual whole message to D-Mac there.
Keith Gabe was great. Actually, when they had that event, what was it, 3 years ago, the infamous event where he and Claude Lemieux, rest in peace again to Claude Lemieux. When they had that event, he was there. Keith Gabe narrated the event. He was the MC.
Okay.
He was the MC at the event. As we say, what's up to Sweet Potato Cam? Looking good. Look the fresh cut over there.
Haircuts and button-ups, baby.
Appreciate that.
I didn't get the memo.
No
button-up.
I didn't either.
They didn't
but
tell
you
us
got the
memo.
haircut.
Yeah, I did.
All y'all got fresh cuts.
That's right.
Definitely got the fresh cut. You guys know me, man. Haircut Thursdays is in full effect. I appreciate it. Shout out to my boy, JD. Speaking of haircuts, did your barber ever mess you up?
Yesterday.
She
clipped me.
Yeah.
And actually, I told you guys, my girl has been out for a while because she had a baby. Man. Some of you congratulated me in the chat. It's not my baby. She's just my hairstylist.
It ain't my baby. I'm the baby.
Allegedly,
right?
There's that word again.
So, anyway, she's been out. She said, end of August. I thought I was going to make it until about a week ago. I was like, there's no chance. So.
Yeah, I went and got a cut today. And shout out to my boy. Gave me the crispy cut. The line is perfect. It's smooth. It's flowing. The hair is the right shape. But from time to time, he will nick me. Yeah, or he will push me back too much. He will take my line. Look, I'm 43. Don't be pushing my line up. And I don't understand it. From time to time, it does happen. And I think we all deal with it, man. But Justin, you say you don't go to a barber, so you don't have that issue.
Oh, no. I mean, you see this hair. You see these luscious locks. I go to a salon, okay?
we got to look at that handsome guy over there.
Hey, shout out to my boy. I had, a very, very nice haircut, and it's at, my mom, because I have a family wedding this weekend. My mom was like, can't have you looking scrappy.
I agree, Mom. Thank you for getting it right.
And so she, she forked up the extra bones to let me go to her nice salon, and they took care of me, man. This is the best haircut I've had in a very long time. Not to, what?
Shout out to the stylist. All right, got you together, so good. we'll just leave it there.
Catch my drift.
100%. We'll leave it there. What we won't leave there is I'm excited. I'm getting out of the house. I'm going downtown. I think, Justin, you're going down, too. To the game tonight. We're headed down to the Copa to see your Detroit Tigers take on the Kansas City Royals. Now, interesting enough, we get a chance to see Bobby Witt Jr. This is my first time seeing the superstar, and I think that matters. When my boy Jimmy, shout out to Valal, when he offered me the tickets, I said, this is about 2 weeks ago. Who are they playing? Because this is the Tigers 2 weeks ago. This is when we're like, I'm out on the Tigers. I'm not trying to see what the Tigers are. So it matters who they play. You go downtown to see that superstar. If it ain't a superstar, I ain't going. Well, he says Kansas City Royals. I was like, is that Bobby Witt Jr.? Oh, yeah, we're going to that game. I say that to say this. Who are must-see players in professional sports right now? Like, when I say must-see,
can I stop you for a moment? Because I have some bad breaking news.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Oh, you know?
Yeah, I do.
When did you find out?
I do earlier.
We were trying to hold it from you in the office just to break it to you during
early today, and I'm glad I found out early today.
Oh, you held it in?
100% I did. I didn't know you guys were.
Son of a son.
You know what? I understand he's not playing. I wish he was going to play. Still going to have a great time going down there with my brother. Be a little double-day situation.
Okay.
Who are must-see players for you, though? I think Bobby Witt. I think I have actually a list of players around sports, and when I put my list up, you guys tell me at home Who are must-see players? Not people that are good. There are a lot of really good players. Who's must-see? So here's my list right now as we put that up there. I got baseball. I'm saying Shohei, Aaron Judge, and Bobby Witt Jr. I think they are the three right now in baseball. I know there are a lot of other good ones. Maybe throw Terry Skubal on the list as well, depending on how you feel about him in Detroit. But other than that, there's some good players, but these are players that you must go see. If Aaron Judge is in town, you've never seen him, you have the opportunity, I think you're going to go to that matchup. I think the same with Shohei, same with Bobby Witt. Football, I left out Lamar Jackson, but I think it's the quarterbacks. I think that's why you're going. I think it's Patrick Mahomes. Even though I have a lot to say about Josh Allen, he still puts on a hell of a show when you see him in person. I like Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he is one that you go see. Weapon X in the NFL right now. And Puka. Puka's a wide receiver. I still think Jamar Chase is above him slightly, but I'll go see Puka Nacua. I feel like every game there's something exciting out of that. Hockey, I think there's one. And I know you're the hockey guy, so this is where, after my list, I know you're going to front me, if you will. I think if you're talking about must-see, the only must-see is Connor McDavid. I think he's the must-see. I mean, Nathan McKinnon is dope. And if you go see the Avalanche, you get a chance to see him and Kyle McCarr. But just one for me, and it is Connor McDavid. Basketball, Wemby, LeBron, you can say he's 40-plus, and you're all right about that. It's still the aura. I guarantee if none of you have out there ever been to see LeBron and somebody gave you tickets, guarantee your ass will pull up and be on time to that arena. It's just the aura.
Except if you're Anson.
I'm there barking.
True. 100%.
Unless you're with your dad.
And it's the same. Like
No,
people,
I'm barking,
heckler,
period, bro.
Detroit heckler in the
I'm
building.
saying that you're going to be late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't see me coming in the third quarter.
Steph Curry, Luka Doncic. I think that's it. Steph still has the aura. He still will hit one. And his warm-up in itself is worth going to. It's worth the price of admission. And Luka is Luka. Jokic is not on the list for me. I've seen him. Like, the stats are – it's fun. It's fun watching his stat column. It's not fun watching him play in the game. All right. What do you got to say about that over here, Justin? I know I said Connor's the only one. I saw you get a little cringy over there.
I'm only going to say one. I think there's only one other one, and that – well, it used to be Sidney Crosby, but unfortunately at this stage in his career, I don't think that he is must-watch hockey. But Macklin Celebrini, I absolutely have to say that next up. And then on top of that, personally, like, I love watching Quinn Hughes play. Like, Quinn Hughes has me in awe when I watch him play. The way that he's always the best skater on the ice. He controls the pace of play like no one else in the league. Those were the two hockey guys, I would say. In terms of the MLB, has so many, and I got to show some respect to my boy Ronald Acuna Jr., my favorite player in the MLB. Actually, he has been overtaken by Kevin McGonigal, but for a long time he was my favorite player in the league, regardless of if they played for the Tigers or not. I love Ronald Acuna Jr. The way that he plays baseball is so fun to watch. And
I'm a Braves fan. I left this one off. That's on me.
Hey, it's all good, Brad. That's what you got me for. Don't you worry. And then, in terms of the NFL, I think you nailed it on the quarterback front. But I love watching Saquon, and I love watching Derrick Henry as well.
Yeah, I like very fair, and I'm not poo-pooing on anybody's list. Like Saquon, for me, there's. Outside of the 2,000-yard year, like, he's exciting, but I don't have to go see Saquon. And then Derrick Henry at this point, I mean, I guess he put up 1,900 2 seasons ago. Yeah, okay, that's a good one.
I mean, I get LeBron's the GOAT, but, like, I mean, LeBron's play has been declining too.
Then this is very fair.
We got to keep the standard here, Bray.
The standard is the standard, but I just think it's one of those ones where he's coming to the end. Regardless of what you feel about LeBron James, all of it probably true, but however you feel about him, it's one of those eras coming to an end, and I think that's why you still put him in there. It's just like not just like for the Kobe fans, no disrespect, because I too like Kobe over, but it's just like when Kobe was retiring. You know what the last season was like? It was like, I know Kobe's going out there and probably gonna have 8 points, but shit, it's Kobe. It's the end of an era. It's one of the guys.
I feel like it was the same with Jordan and the Wizards, too.
Exactly. He playing for the Wizards, so what? It's still ball head number 23.
Right.
Yeah, so.
If we talking 3-4 years ago, too, I got KD and James Harden on this list for the basketball side of things, because Rockets James Harden was one of the favorite players I've ever watched in my life.
Only one I left out on this list basketball-wise, another one did come up, and I thought about it. Same last name and everything. Anthony Edwards, I was all in on, and I'm still all in on. But there's something about, I've seen him in person, and seeing him in person is through that view. When I say must see must-see TV, somebody that's going to bring it at an elite level. At an elite level. Like, when you go see most of these individuals, some of them are old now, when you go see them, like, they bring it on the elite level. Like, when you leave that arena or you leave that field or you leave that ice, you're like, shh.
You were entertained.
Like, man, like, that was worth the price of admission.
Yep.
So that's how I feel about that list.
I'm going to rip through mine because I got a question for you at the end. J-Dub, of course.
Speaking of rip, I can't wait till the next segment because on social media, it seems like Woodward Sports was getting ripped, man. We're going to come back to that in a second. Go ahead, Anson.
Hurting the reputation.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Right. On the radar, baby. Let's go. J-Dub, Cooper Flag, Wemby, for sure. I want to see those three. Lamar, I'd really like to see him in person. JD5 is now off my list after he beat us.
I love watching.
I'd like to
Jaden
see
Daniels,
him in person.
I can't lie.
Yeah, for sure. Saquon still's on that list. I've never seen him. Shohei. And then my big thing is I like seeing them early. Minor leagues. I got a chance to see Steph Curry playing for Davidson.
I was there too.
That kind of stuff is really cool. So for me, there's a guy, Franklin Arias, that is a guy in the Boston Red Sox system, probably the best hitter in the minors right now. I'd like to see him.
Oh, so you want to get it ahead of the game?
Deep cut.
There was a
I know, right?
Game with the Whitecaps, and I think it was Tulsa that they were playing. Yeah, there was 5 guys playing, 2 of ours, and then 3. When you get a chance to see those guys early, though, you're a fan of them for life, right?
Yeah. Speaking of fans for life,
that's fair. I saw McGonigal last year when he was playing against the Lugnuts for the Whitecaps.
That's where I was going. Like, you ever remember seeing somebody like, who was that guy that you saw where he was like in high school or something before really everyone knew, and you kind of tracked him after that?
I saw Woodson before he started, but like he came to a camp. Like this was Jerome Bettis' camp back in it used to be Pepper Hamilton's camp, but Pepper Johnson's camp. Went to the camp. He was there as one of the coaches. My dad took me. I was young, and you just saw him teaching. I was like, man, like this dude I've heard a lot about coming out of Ohio. He's gonna be good.
Sure enough.
Like, it was like year one. Like, it was like first game. You're like, oh, okay, it made sense. But so Charles Woodson for me.
Get the super chats in, guys.
Super chats for the book. You know what time it is. It is a must sell. It's a good read. It's a really good read. Like I said, Keith Gabe did a really good job talking about D-Mac's story and the grind line.
Not just an autograph, guys. A very unique collector's item for you Red Wing fans.
Like I said, there's a little bit of beef going on in the world of Woodward Sports as it relates to the comment section. Easy of the heavyweights versus couple former Detroit Lions, as well as
alumni.
Somebody's father versus Be Easy. We'll come back. We'll get a message there from All Day IPA by Anson. Yeah, it's going to be a fun 2 segments.
Hey, man, you might want to pull up with an All Day IPA for this next segment, but it's an easy choice which one you're going to get. It's absolutely All Day IPA. It's got that balanced, refreshing, citrusy taste, never bitter, and that 4.7% alcohol by volume, guys. So go and grab one. Nestle up, get ready for our return. It's going to be hot, guys. Make sure when you grab that all-day IPA from Founders, you drink it responsibly.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential, mental and physical, by the way. Coming to the gym, it's not just about lifting weights. It's just not about moving things around. It's about that consistency. When you build a good consistency, when you build a good rhythm, it feels good. It's a regimen, and regimentation is key. Planet Fitness is where you should do it at. Continue, start, excel your journey. Do it here. No judgment, clean gyms, and trainers on staff. I don't have to waste a lot of time because I know it. You've heard it. It's where your fitness is essential. Speaking of essentials, I guess it was essential for people to take shots. At least people are watching. Like, that's what we care about here at the network. Are you watching? Are you getting the content? Are you looking at the clips? Or is it making you want to engage? Doesn't matter what side of a conversation you're on, you're engaging. And that's what we need here at Woodward Sports. We want more of it. With that being said, how about you take us through the situation that was easy versus insert one of your three favorite former Detroit Lions?
Yes. We're, as you see on the back wall, we have the report there on what happened. I am loading in this clip of Easy that started it all. This is the clip that started it all right here, so I'm going to cut to that right now.
Bro forced his way out of Detroit just to split carries with fucking Woody Marks. You can't make this shit up.
And so what he essentially says is that David Montgomery was forced out of Detroit, which is essentially apparently not true according to all of this stuff behind you. As if you, Anson or Braylon, would like to read off some of these tweets and such,
Yep, got you covered right here. All right, this is Jason Kabenda, former Detroit Lion, now in the coaching space. He still works with the Detroit Lions. He was actually on crunch time, I want to say yesterday or the day before. He said, L Post. This is coming from, I believe, not sure who.
That's a random, and then that's Monty responding to it.
Okay, here's the random's quote. Forced his way out, in all quotes, like he made a scene and demanded a trade. Why are you trying to burn bridges? Was one of the most beloved guys to rep our jersey. Fast forward down, you see the real David Montgomery responded, I really appreciate you for this response. Give a team everything you got, and you got guys like this who try to make you the bad guy. Shaking my head. And then you see Alex Anzalone also posting on this. Shout out to Woodward Sports, man, getting them insights. This ain't it. Two of those three guys are no longer here. The first thing I think about, I laugh at, is feels like David Montgomery tried to make that more about him and the team, as opposed to the comment from Easy. If you peep how he worded it towards the end, give a team your anyway. Doesn't matter. But what are your thoughts on this, Jay?
Well, I'm going to read one more thing to give you a little bit more validity to that quote that he responded to, forced his way out. So Easy ended up DMing with Demo a little bit, and more of that on heavyweights. They're going to get fully into it. It's their thing, but you have to talk about it when this types of thing come out. He said,
well said.
Who forced their way out of Detroit, ? Who gave you that information? Again, I show nothing but respect for a place like Detroit, and you get online and make false claims at what you think you know.
We do need to clarify here that in the clip it says that Monty forced his way out. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we're clarifying that right now. For my take, I always and shout out to Maz, because Maz saw this before anybody. In fact, he won a few bets around the
shout out to Maz, man. We love you here.
We do. To me, we all saw that Monty had more in the tank than just being a number two. Yeah. Period. Even on the best offense in the land. This guy, at worst, should be sharing the ball with somebody like Woody Marks. I imagine that Woody is good. I think he's very good, but they're going to love Jamo over there. And I think that he knew that. He wanted to capitalize on it, and it was time for him to move on. And the team was completely okay to that. Maybe it's the wrong words that we heard from Easy on that one, but I do believe that the sentiment in Detroit by the majority of fans is that Monty wanted out. Monty was unhappy. And I think it's a lot less of that than what people are making it out to be in Detroit since it happened.
Just looking at the situation, I think it's one of those where I'll take the player's side in this one. Love my guys at the next one, but I'll take the player's side. I think when you're not giving all the information, you still follow situations. You still see what's going on. You still see what's being said. I mean, David Montgomery was a part of this team for 4 years, and in here, Woodward Sports has been a thing for 6 years now. Like, this is where the players come get their information, whether they like it or not. This is where a lot of people come to get that information. So even though you're gone, you're still seeing what's being said, especially if there's a post that's talking directly about you. And when you come in and see people talk. As it relates to his situation, I think there was a conversation from the Detroit Lions to him about wanting to take away his carries, take away the yards, take away the percentage rates at which he played, and he wasn't comfortable with that. They legitimately told him we were here to split, and that's what you saw in year 1 where he had 1,000 yards and he had 13 touchdowns. In year 2, 776 and 12 touchdowns. In year 3, now he's at 716 and 6 touchdowns. You see it going down each and every year, and I think there was a conversation had. He thought he could do more things, just like Anson alluded to, and so that's where it was. If you don't feel happy, then maybe we can move you. They moved him. He's gone. I think what you get, though, with fan bases, it's always about the player. So it's easy to jump on the side of anybody saying he forced his way out. Yeah, he did. He didn't want to be here. The hell with him. We're moving on. And I think that's where you get. So I think that's where you get the angst. So that's what I think in the situation.
And Lions fans forget, we didn't draft Monty.
Yeah.
If you're not drafted here, you're not safe. That's how it works, unless your name's Jared Goff.
Yeah, and fair to Monty, like, realistically, if I got more in the tank and you guys don't view me like that, it's not a situation where do I just sit here and try to hope to win a Super Bowl with you guys and play my part and play my role. No, I think I can be a starter. I think I can go to a team. 100%. I think I can be help. I think this team can run through me. I think
and a team that can win a championship,
be more valuable.
Too. They're pretty damn good.
So if that's the case and that's the conversation, then I'm 100% having that conversation. Yeah. I think I can do more. So if this is what you view me as, then respectfully, can we open up this market and see if I can go somewhere else?
Yep, absolutely. Where are you at, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, like we were just reporting the news, and Easy gave his opinion, and that's up to Easy to give his opinion. I personally believe that there is some element that Monty wanted out. I don't think that he would have gotten traded if there wasn't. We had him under contract on a pretty team-friendly deal that he wasn't getting paid a ridiculous amount of money, and we are trying to keep the carries off of Jahmyr Gibbs. We are talking about extending Jahmyr Gibbs over $20 million. You need a proficient second running back in order to keep the load off of Gibbs. And so when you look at Pacheco, Pacheco's a nice RB2, but Monty is better. And so it makes our RB room worse, essentially, and he went to a different Super Bowl contender where he's essentially in another split. And I know his split's going to look different. Yeah. I think the split will probably favor him
60-40,
60-40, 55-45, depending on down and distance. And that's probably what Monty wants. But if he were to come back this year, it would have looked similar to last year. I think 72% Gibbs, and would that be 28% Monty. That's what I think he was looking at in Detroit. I think that they want to use Gibbs in around a 75% role.
And I think the initial conversation was never had. Their initial conversation was, hey, look, we're going to pick you up. We're going to bring you on the team. Probably going to draft a running back, see how this works. We want to do a dual threat thing. They draft Jahmyr Gibbs, and the dual threat thing works. Hey, look, you're 1A, he's 1B. He's 1B, you're 1A, et cetera. And they go back and forth. And they play that for year 1. They play that for year 2. Then you see Jahmyr start to rise. Then you see that it's undeniable the talent that he has and how they really want to start to use him and start to move him. But you never have a conversation with Monty that this isn't what it is. That it's now, we're not going to use you like that. You're not going to get 13 touchdowns. You ain't ever rushing for 1,000 yards again. Meanwhile, you still believe that's in your tank. You still believe that's in your wheelhouse. And now you got a season where now Jahmyr Gibbs is primed to be the best running back in the league, primed to be the number 1 usage rate player in the league, primed to be that guy. That conversation was had. Hey, look, this is what we're doing moving forward. Them 700, I guarantee you probably dropped to 550, maybe less. So the fan base, we still want him. We still know that we're a better running back room with Monty as a backup, because you are. He's one of those ones as a backup. Damn good running back room. One of the best I've ever seen. But I still think that I can be a starter. Why the hell am I standing in Detroit where I know you're not going to use me like that? Now I'm just wasting my time trying to be a team player when I still have starter aspirations. And Woody Marks or wherever the hell you send me, I can beat that guy out. So
and DC and Brad said that they wanted to keep Monty. Like they said at the podium multiple times this past year that they like Monty. They have a role for Monty. You remember mid-season when they were really leaning heavy Gibbs, and in a press conference they asked DC about what they were doing and why they were doing that, and he literally said, we love Monty, but sometimes the game dictates that it's not a Monty game. And that happened way too much last year. So, yeah, I see Monty's side. I don't blame Monty for leaving.
Yeah.
And, that's where the Easy didn't blame Monty for leaving either. It's just the fact that, the way that this report came out, and it was phrased in a long tweet from a NFL Network reporter in Texas. And it was pretty much just saying it was a similar split to how Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard looked in Dallas, which was around a 60-40, 55-45. And I think it was just a blown out of proportions report. I don't think that we were Easy was trying to drag. I think he was just trying to make a joke about the situation, and it got taken a little too literal.
Well, ultimately, he's frustrated, and he should be, because the Lions mismanaged this situation. If you give him a proper amount of touches last year, your offense is better. As good as Jahmyr Gibbs is, and I'm not sure that all of those things that you said are true in terms of him primed to lead the league, in terms and have a huge thing on usage. I'm just talking about those two things. Everything else I loved.
But I'm just talking about from the perception of the team that drafted him.
Sure.
So in that regard,
I think Lion fans are going to be very annoyed at how much we see Pacheco this year. It's not going to be 28%, but it's going to be more than you think. They do have to save Jahmyr Gibbs carries, because whether I like it or not, they are going to extend him. And for me, this is just one where if you give Monty the ball, you save more. You don't give him just as many big numbers to Jahmyr Gibbs, so you're saving a little bit on what you're looking at, and you're giving him that 60%. You give the 40% now to Monty. I believe that offense is better last year. I believe that he still wants to be here this year. It started early. They addressed it but didn't act on it. And when you address it to the media, to a player, and then there's no results, I'm more pissed. So I don't blame him at all. And that's where, the wording, I think, for Easy got messed up, and people might have taken it the wrong way. I think where Easy's heart was right.
I feel that, but you can't say forced out if you don't know if the situation is forced out.
Those are the words that were wrong. The forced.
But that's the biggest part. That's where the story is. It's forced out. Legitimately, you don't know what was conversated about. The fact that David Montgomery is long gone, the fact that he's already on another new team, and the fact that he's putting himself in a situation to try to do what he said he could do here. But he's still coming on Woodward Sports page, still to comment about an individual that commented and said something along the lines of respect for him as a Detroit Lion. He's still worried something more happened in that conversation in that room. Because if I'm David Montgomery and I see how I was used in 2025 and it didn't work, how you used me in 2025 backfired for the Detroit Lions, if I'm being honest, and you tell me it's going to be more the same of this shit?
Yeah. Well,
why would I stay? If it's going to be more the same of this, if you're telling me actually my rate might go down, my usage rate might go down because this is what you're now trying to do, why would I stay on that team?
For sure. I agree, man. For him, you look at the whole timeline of last season, and these guys just fumbled.
It was
Dan and Brad.
funky looking.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but it seemed like they were really okay with getting that trade at the end of all of it. And it wasn't a terrible one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he seemed comfortable with it. They like the picks. They got more in return than they thought. They got a draft pick, 2 players, so we'll see how that works for the Detroit Lions.
And there will be more on that. I did not reveal everything that will be revealed tonight at the Woodward Heavyweights, as they have a great show planned for you guys, diving into this and more that did happen between Monty and Easy. So make sure you stay tapped in with the Heavyweights tonight as they bring you the exclusive on Woodward Sports versus David Montgomery. Allegedly.
And every single super chat during the break, I'm doubling your spots on the wheel.
Doubled up.
All right, that was more of the...
And Broder with a great comment to end this thing off. Let's not forget the Lions gave him a raise.
True. Players are always wrong, so I've lived in that world. Let's get a message in from Water Hazard, but when we get back, oh boy. See, that was the heavyweight. That was the main card. I think that was more the main event. This one is a warm-up, but it'll lead to the rest of the topics that we have surrounding the Detroit Lions. Excited about that. Tell me about Water Hazard, if you will, Jay.
Yes, sir. I will tell you about the beautiful blue cocktail that is the Water Hazard. It matches that can perfectly. It is real vodka, natural flavors, and light carbonation. And Art and Jakes was flowing with them last night as we were down in them things. Shout out me and Nick. Get in the drink with Founders Water Hazard today.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at deadcityfc.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Hey guys, you seen that awesome summer special that's being offered by Yaldo Eye Center, the 30-year leaders here for LASIK surgery in the great state of Michigan. Over 100,000 successful procedures, and it's an 8-minute one. It's a painless one, and by the next day, the majority of everyone who undergoes it, they are seeing 20/20 the very next day. So it's time to invest in your eyes. Give the Yaldo Eye Center a call at 248-553-9800.
And we are back. The last thing I'm gonna say about the Easy and David Montgomery / everybody that commented on that particular post is, what does it matter? Like, that's what I think I get to as it relates to Alex Anzalone, David Montgomery. Like, what does it matter, the terminology, forced or not forced out?
Or wanted out.
Or wanted, like, what does it really matter? And this
Right.
is why I asked that question. I still think at the end of the day, there were some things that were talked about. There were some things that to discuss between the two sides. They didn't like it, and they chose to move in the direction of a trade. But with that being said, for David Montgomery, you're no longer here. Like, you're not here anymore. You're no longer a Lion. So what does it matter if someone says you forced their way out or you asked? Does it matter? Because if it mattered that much, then maybe would you have accepted the role and stayed as a Detroit Lion? So that's where I'm at with it. It doesn't matter what's said. You forced out. Why the engagement? Why the need to comment? Realistically, my thoughts.
It's our nature of our society today, bro.
But I feel like what you said, though, that there's more to it because he seems like extra salty.
If there were, but hear me out. I agree, and that's why I said there's more to it. But if there's more to it, if you're gonna comment like this, don't drop little small breadcrumbs. Like, drop the full story. Like, go on somebody's podcast and have that conversation. Go on St. Brown's podcast and say what you're gonna say, because you dropping little tidbits and little insides with, hey, and that's this, that, and the third. Like, that's kind of sketchy. Like, if there's something there, then say it all or don't say nothing. Like, you see this going on in Detroit, you're like, why am I commenting on what went on in Detroit? I'm in Houston. I'm in H-Town. I'm a Texan up, or where the hell they say down there. Like, you're still worried about this. So say everything or say nothing.
See, and that's why, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Anson, but that's why I really wish I knew that this was going on when it was going on, because all we should have done was what's the real story? Then clear the air, and we will retract our post, and we will put out whatever you want to be out there from you, the source. And I think it's pretty telling, and this is all speculation and allegedly, that Alex Anzalone is one of the people that is
not the
commenting on this picture,
100%.
because he is someone who has also had issues with this regime. So the fact that two of the biggest disgruntled people in the organization over the last 2 years has been Demont and Alex Anzalone not getting paid and not getting respected for their play. So what's the real story, guys?
I was actually pissed about Alex Anzalone when he came out with the stuff last year. And the reason why is, if you look at Alex Anzalone, you look at the trajectory of his career, and you look at what he was, like, he wasn't good with the Saints. When he first came here, he was seen as a guy that came here to be on a team that wasn't good, and eventually he would be gone, he'd be thrown away or go to the next team, et cetera, et cetera. He was a hard worker. He was an overachiever. He was a hard studier. He was able to put guys in position so he knew what was going on. He became a valuable piece. I give him all the credit. He got better in coverage. But he still wasn't like that. And when he asked for that raise last year at an older age, like, no, absolutely not. So it makes a lot of sense that he's the one finding these posts and comment to continue to comment on. Like, you also are no longer here. You also can go enjoy your team. Is it the Saints? Did he go back there?
Tampa.
Same division.
There's a different feeling to this as a lifelong Lions fan than there was the vitriol from former players in the past.
Oh, the respect and love.
Well, they hated being here back in the day. And there was a joy and a, man, that was awful. I'm so glad I'm out of there. This is a completely different tone. This is guys that are salty that they're not here. And I don't mean to say salty because I appreciate everything that Anzo and Taylor did, and all of these guys.
Two things can be true. Salty is a fair word.
But it's because they wanted to be here. They didn't get the championship in '94 that they thought that they were, or excuse me, 24 that they were going to get. I think that they all want to be here, and it's a very different tone to everything that I've experienced. And I know maybe I'm reading too far into it, but I'll take it. It means that they have been successful in building the culture here in Detroit that players actually want to be a part of and stay with.
Yeah, I agree. They want to be here. You want to go all the way up, but I can always tell you, not everybody is supposed to go to every single floor. Some people help you get going, and then their time is up, and I think that's what happened with Alex Anzalone. His time ran up. And unfortunately, maybe the same did with Jamo. Not the only beef that we had going yesterday, though. A bit of a wide receiver beef, if you will. Maybe I need to go get my dad to get me in this conversation. You want to take a break, or you want to attack this now?
No, we'll just elongate a little bit.
Well, let's elongate the conversation. Yesterday, know what? Let's start there. Play the clip
of the
conversation yesterday that I had about Jameson Williams, saying that I think there's some things he could be better at, and he could be a better version of himself. Play the clip. This is where I need Waymo to be better this year. Last year, he did have 1,100 yards. Last year, he did have 7 touchdowns, and he did step up from time to time with no Sam Laporta and no Amon-Ra St. Brown. But he had too many moments last year. 12 drops last year, ladies and gentlemen. How about he led the league?
Yep.
How about he led the league? So for you talking about, man, he had 1,100 yards. How many yards would he have had if he would have caught some of those passes? Exactly. Some of those were brutal drops. I played wide receiver. I had my fair share of drops, so I'm not judging. Some of those drops were brutal drops. Just need him to be better catching the ball, seeing it all the way to the tuck. And then also, too, there are times when you can tell Amon-Ra St. Brown is getting him positioned or getting him lined up or him not necessarily being in the right spaces. I just need him
35.
To lock it all the way in. This is a player that we believe in. This is a player that we've paid. This is a player that I've been up here caping and defending since he got drafted. I tell you all the time, when I saw that national championship game before he tore his ACL and what he was doing to Georgia, Georgia has 8 guys on that team that were drafted in the first round, and he was better than all of them. So when I say I see what I see, I believe it. You can get him operating in the year 4 space this year, year 5 space, opposite of Amon-Ra St. Brown, it could be special. So I need him dialed in. I need the football not to be on the ground. All right, now I didn't think I said anything too bad there. Didn't think I said anything too bad. I didn't think I went after somebody's son. More so just had a conversation about where I thought Jameson Williams could be better. I thought last year he led the league in drops, which he did. But I get that from time to time. Look, I had a bad year in 2008. First half of the year, I couldn't catch shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that space. I look at my numbers in 2008, and I look at what they could have been if I would have made some of those plays. And I look at what our team could have done in some of those moments if I could have extended those drives, if I could have held on to the ball in the end zone. So that conversation was coming out of places of being there. Here's what Jameson Williams' father had to say at Woodward Sports. Shout out to Pops, man. I appreciate you sticking up for your son because my dad does it all the time, so I appreciate that, black man. Braylon Edwards and CITFO. So you ain't have the drops. He's in the league. 80 receptions, 154 targets. Bet you dropped 15 balls. That your best season. Don't do that. Google cold-blooded. You need more. Shaking my head. Mad face, mad face, mad face. Sick of the slander like dude ain't doing more with less. All right, let's address this. Let's address this from backwards to forwards. First thing, he's definitely not doing more with less. Like, I wish I would have played for Jared Goff, or played with Jared Goff, played for Ben Johnson, played with Dan Campbell, played with Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Sam Laporta, and Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery, and oh, by the way, Sam Laporta, that offensive line featuring Penei Sewell and Frank Ragnow a couple years ago. Stop it. I wish I had that. Do you want me to go down the laundry list of players that I had, like William Green and Reuben Drones, Jamal Lewis, shout out to J. Lou. J. Lou is my boy. J.C. Harrison, who played East. Do I got to go down the list of running backs I had or quarterbacks? Where do I begin? There was 9 of those when I was in Cleveland. So, no, definitely not more with Leps. I don't think I went after him. I said the same thing that I said yesterday, and I stand by that. You want to talk about what this guy could be, how great he could be as a player. I watched that national championship game. I guess he didn't listen to that part of the clip. We only look at the clips and the parts that we want. I watched the national championship game. I know who Jameson Williams can be. I know the potential that he has, and I know what we've seen, and I know there's more to achieve in that. When you drop 12 passes, a lot of those passes are just concentration. It's about staying in the moment. It's about the mental. It's about being completely locked in. And that route running ability, it's gotten better. Each year we've watched it at camp, it's gotten better and better and better. They're using him more and more and more, and his routes aren't necessarily predictable. I want him to be the best version of himself. Last year, that joker could have had 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns, and he still could have stayed at his 19 or more yards per catch. Just wanted to be better. That's why you move up 20 freaking picks to go get a guy. You go move up 20 picks, not so he has 12 drops. It's so that he does the things that you saw in the national championship game. So keep bringing it. I love it, and I appreciate the conversation. I always tell you, the reason why we criticize certain individuals because we know more to be expected and should be expected.
Yeah, and we're honest here. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not sugarcoating it. We love Jamo. In fact, I don't know if anybody has stood up
Charlie Fry,
more
Jared
for
Anderson.
Jamo in Michigan media than this network and the majority of everyone here. I think I've probably been pretty hard on him at times, but what I've seen out of him is awesome growth, both as a man and as a player. And I think we're going to continue to see that stuff. Everything that you said, now, we had decided to put him in that group of bounce backs, and we had even
Right.
talked about having it named differently because he's not a bounce back, really. He's not at all. You want to bounce back from the drops because 2 years ago you didn't have them, Jamo. The year before that you did, and we all want that to stop. I know that you do as well, and your pops, and I think that you will this year. So I love this kind of healthy back and forth because now it's out there, and he's got to show up, and I think he's going to.
At the end of the day, everybody's sensitive, man. Like, his dad is sensitive. You know, players are sensitive in this day and age, in this era. Twitter, social media started. You see people poking at you. You see people commenting. Now I got to comment back. Don't get me wrong. I comment back my fair share of times. Sometimes when you see something, you like, hey, I know you ain't say what I think you just said. I get it. Let it speak on the field. Go settle it on the field. Like, I had a whole conversation. I got into an argument with T.O., and I've told you the story of times. I said a comment. I was doing a radio interview. Was talking to Rob Parker, former Detroit, and I'm talking to him and Chris Broussard. T.O.'s trying to come back at 49.
Awesome.
Trying to come back at 49. I was like,
That's
man,
my
look,
guy.
you putting out that footage against some high school DBs is not you going against Patrick Surtain, just name the DBs, Jalen Ramsey. It ain't you going against them. It's high school DBs. I got to see it. Like, I don't think T.O. can come back at 49. He DM'd me on Twitter and said, I never pegged you for a hater.
Ooh.
And my response was, prove it. Prove it. Same thing I told T.O. I tell Jameson and his father. Go out in the field and do it. You ain't got to talk to me about it.
I got called a casual basketball fan on Twitter last night.
I like it.
Because somebody wants Danis Jenkins to start for the Pistons.
Man, he ain't starting for the Pistons.
And
Look.
he shrugged me off, but he had to ask somebody because apparently he called around the network. Detroit Deuce, I hear you are a great person, and I'll show you some love when I meet you.
I know Detroit
But, man, Google Ramon Sessions.
He was an opening day.
Google Ramon Sessions.
All right, let me tap in here because I appreciate how Braylon's demeanor and Braylon's tone, but I gotta throw some stuff out there, and I apologize.
Oh.
And it starts from the back end of that comment that I've done more with less, bruh. Prime JG is better than any quarterback that Braylon Edwards touched in his entire career,
By far.
including 2012 Russell Wilson, who was not at his full ascension yet. And then you want to go through Like, come on, the weapons, and then on top of that, he's talking about your 12 drops, and you even admitted in the clip about your drops.
I did.
In your 2007 All-Pro season. Wait. Does Jameson Williams have an All-Pro?
He does not actually.
All-Pro?
It's All-Pro, by the way. That means
All-Pro.
top 4 wide receiver in the league. That is what that means. Am I mistaken?
No. You are not.
And we're talking about Jameson Williams being one of the best wide receiver 2s in the NFL, and I mean no disrespect.
Yeah.
I love Jameson Williams, and I agree. He has more room to grow because he could be a wide receiver 1 in this league. However, you had 12 drops on I have his stats up. You had 12 drops on 154 targets. He had 12 drops on 102. That is 50 less targets than you had the same amount of drops. So even though you admitted that you had drops, you still managed to pull an all-pro season out of it, lead the NFL in touchdowns, and that is where the Google goes both ways, Mr. Williams. I'm sorry to tell you. And Google does not show your son any favors because Braylon Edwards has more touchdowns in his best season than Jamo has in his 2 best seasons over the last 2 years.
Respect. I appreciate you. Way to look out for your brother. Nah, this is all fun. It's all fair and love and war. And this war, I just want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. That's it. We can get into stats and pointing and who did this and who had that and blah, blah, blah. It's all good. Go out there and prove it. Also, what pick did Jamo go? Oh.
And now a time for a word from our sponsor.
Shout out Mortgage Pros.
Hey, no beef with Jamo, though. We love Jamo at this network.
We do.
You are the fucking best. This is no disrespect.
Everybody in the chat know I've been literally lobbying, fighting, and arguing for that man since he's been here. Like, how many fights I get with Ryan,
on camera,
Shep, Ryan, Shep, Maz.
This is true, man.
Come on now, you know.
You have been his biggest supporter.
It was me and KG.
Oh, yeah.
And I even fought KG over him. Anyway.
This is true.
Here we go.
Real reality.
Here's a good question. Is he the best number 2 in the league? How about we have that conversation? Okay. How about we stick here, you do a commercial break, talk about Mortgage Pros.
So now we're going to rank
number
him,
2?
huh?
Is he the number 1, number 2 wide receiver in the league? We'll get back in a second. Anson, give us in for Mortgage Pros.
Yeah, listen, man, I love this conversation, and you're going to love working for Mortgage Pros. I know you've been thinking about making a change, so make the call today. You see the number there. You see the website there. And you saw us a month ago out at their location for their 4th annual block party. Amazing employee culture out there. And, well, not any kind of ceiling that you can see, man. You can truly change your life with these guys. They're the number 1 mortgage broker in the state of Michigan. So change your life today with Mortgage Pros.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive. Thrive.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
The original. It's time to talk about buddies. 1946, they created the Detroit-style deep dish pizza that's taking over the nation, and we want to save you 20% when you get your next one. That code word there, that Woodward 20, you plug it in when you get to buddiespizza.com, and it's going to do exactly that. But it'll also save you up to $200 off of catering. So you got a pizza party this summer, a graduation party, whatever it is that you want to get that pizza at. Again, it's going to save you up to $200. But look at the photo there, guys. I was going to stay in there for a little while and talk about that salad. talk about that pizza. They got 2 amazing new styles of pizza. They're the green and white, and then I think
bad lettuce.
Hey, that's right, man. I love the pasta's crushing as well. But listen, we're going to save you 20% off, guys. So head on over to buddiespizza.com today.
What's going on with this bad lettuce and the lettuce, the produce, the veggies, the fruits, the places that have it? Because one moment is this, one moment is that. I find it very weird that all the organic, healthy stuff is now all of a sudden has the parasites. It's all of a sudden sickly. I know it's Bill Gates.
Anson, did you see what I sent you yesterday?
I know it's Bill Gates. I know what he's up to.
Did you see what I sent you yesterday?
I saw a whole article. the other day. It's about ice cream. It's about like you gotta watch the ice cream that you're eating because some of the stuff isn't even real. Ice cream is not real dairy products, but they have a certain way that they post it at the bottom.
Yeah, it says. Oh, I know. It says like dairy cream.
Cream treat or something.
Yes,
that.
like this is what they're feeding us, all this fake BS. Poison. That's why you better learn how to farm. I know I come up here and crack jokes. You better learn how to put something in the ground. Something. Because this stuff right here, how many people out there rely on all the grocery stores, all the fast foods or fast foods that you think are healthy to get your snacks, your healthy snacks, your salad, your fruits, your veggie, your produce? Now you can't do that. Now what are you doing?
Frozen dairy dessert. Shout out Detroit Dabber.
So now what are you doing? They eating bad food?
That's what it's called.
That's what I'm limited to right now. I feel it too. My body feels it.
There's definitely some
stay away from drumsticks, guys. Drumsticks, so fake. Yeah. There's some great apps out there, guys. There's some great apps out there. All you got to do is scan the box before you buy it, and you will see 80% of what we're buying is like 30% red or lower. Like, it's not good for you guys.
All right, here we go. Let's stay on track with the conversation we're having. We're coming off the heels of Jameson Williams' father having something to say on my comments. On my post yesterday. I love it. Bring more of it. Keep watching. We appreciate you. Keep taking in the clips, the content. That's what it's here for. It's up for discussion. It's up for maybe thinking and changing your mind. I ain't changing in this sense. Jameson Williams can be better, and this year, if he is that, we were having conversations about who's the number 1 for the Detroit Lions in 3 years last season. It's a conversation I started because I believe how good Jameson Williams can be. Now, is he the number 2 or is he the number 1 as it relates to number 2s in the league right now? Put the list. How do we want to do the list? Do we want to go one by one and just put them all up there?
Put them all up there.
There it is. You put them all up there. All right, here we go. Starting at number 10.
Those abs, Braylon. Come on.
Just a little something right there, man. This isn't AI, by the way. Like, it is, but it isn't. This is a real picture.
Swole AF.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man. Looks better now. But here we go. These are my number 10s. Got some rookies in there for you. Got some rookies in there. High on Malachi. Out of USC, Malachi Lemon, whose brother is there now. Going to be interesting to see what he does. Malachi Lemon is going to be nice, and he's the number 2 since Devontae Smith is now number 1 with the departure of A.J. Brown. Number 9 for me, he may go to Ohio State, but I love Chris Olave. He is one of those type of receivers. If he can keep from getting concussions, he can have a very, very, very nice career. But his number 2, boy, oh boy, did I want Jordan Tyson as it relates to the wide receiver position. I think he was the guy in the draft. I know Cardinal takes the first one off the board.
Tyson
special.
Oh
Tyson special.
No doubt.
He's only on this list as number 2, maybe 2 years. Maybe 2 years. And maybe even next year he's number 1 for the Saints, depending on how Chris Olave's health is. Jordan Tyson's like that.
I think either one of those guys could make that happen very quick.
Yeah, 100% with the Eagles as well. Michael Pittman, number 8. Never been a fan of Michael Pittman, but you put him at the number 2 position with DK Metcalf as number 1. Probably get a lot of easy, favorable matchups and looks. So I think he'll have some success, but not high on him as a wide receiver. But as a number 2, I think he's 8 on this list.
So you think Sutton's moving to, by your list, wide receiver 2 and Jalen Waddle's going to be the wide receiver?
Nothing about Cortland Sutton is receiver number 1 except for the fact that he's 6'4". Like, he is an average route runner. He is average big playmaking ability.
But he's better than Lamar, Braylon.
Lamar. This is absolutely true, and that's why he's on this list.
According to players.
7. Yeah, no, I don't think Cortland Sutton is like that. Jalen Waddle comes in, he's immediately the number 1. I got to see more out of Sutton, and maybe this is the role for him. Maybe he's always been a number 2. Maybe he's looking to be that guy because I didn't see him as a number 1. But there is some skill and there's some talent in there.
Him coming out of SMU, I was really really big fan of. I loved his profile. He did have that early injury that stunted his growth. He had terrible quarterback play. Finally has one. And I mean, let them gel a little bit still. I think that he's capable of number one, absolutely.
And that's fair, but I look at it like this. This is Cortland's 4th year or 5th year in the league.
More than that.
Exactly. So what are we talking about?
Well, I get that. He's not an amazing one, but he's had terrible quarterback play up until the last 2 years. And once he got Bo Nix, you started seeing him be a legitimate number getter.
That's fair, but even with that, if you look at the offense for the Denver Broncos, they were not a good offensive unit in terms of having stars. They didn't have a star tight end. They didn't have a duo stud wide receiver group. They didn't have a stud running back, stud third wide receiver. They were just a lot of guys. He didn't stand out in just a lot of guys. He's tall, he had the better stats, but he didn't stand out for me. And if you can't stand out on a team that's not star-driven, then you find yourself at number 7 on this list. Because Romeo Doubs was the best wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers last year. He was.
He is year after year.
He's most consistent.
So consistent.
And you can say what you want to about him. He finds himself. He finds plays. Another hat trick last year. He did 3 touchdowns. I can't remember against who. He just understands how to play the position. He is now with the New England Patriots, though. So we put him at the New England Patriots. Jordan,
my bad.
No, you're good.
I honestly forgot that he got signed by the Pats.
No, for sure. No, 100%.
So let me ask you this.
Sneaky. They got another receiver like the other 5 they had.
I think that Waddle comes in. Is he paid to be the one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like Waddle was there was no Devontae Smith. I mean, he caught the touchdown in the national championship game. 2 was passed, but there was no Devontae Smith. There was Jalen Waddle. And then Devontae Smith got hurt. Jalen Waddle got hurt. Jordan Addison at 5, Devontae Adams, the aging superstar. I mean, he only had 800 yards last year.
Your favorite.
But he had 14 touchdowns. He led the league. It is what it is. He's playing behind Puka. So, T. Higgins 3, Jamo number 2, and George Pickens number 1. You look at George Pickens last year and what he was able to do with Dak Prescott. It was elite numbers last year. 2nd team All-Pro. And 6 of those games featured no CeeDee Lamb, so he was the number 1 guy in 6 of those games. So I look at the 1,400 yards, the 9 touchdowns. It was sufficient, and this is what you want to see when you draft a guy. Finally give him an opportunity coming out of Georgia. Pittsburgh, not so much. Dak, Cowboys, it worked. Pickens number 1. Any problems with Pickens being over?
Absolutely not.
In the chat, any problems, let me know. We're here to talk. We're here to conversate.
It's number 3 overall wide receiver in fantasy last year.
Yeah. And I think those games where you have no CeeDee Lamb, where you have 6 of those games where now the target is on your back, I think that's the part that speaks to volumes. And that's the part where you put him number 1 and it's like, I don't have a problem with that.
So I kind of asked about 1. What are the scenarios here that one of these guys or more just snatches the number 1 here? Because I think Pickens can do that. CD could work his way out of there if he's unhappy this year. If Pickens is getting the rock a lot, who knows how CD's gonna react, especially if they're not winning. Yeah. Any other names on here that you think could flip it?
I'd say 1, 9, 10.
Both the rookies. We can assume that.
I've been kind of waiting, sitting, letting you guys dive into the list, but I can tell you one thing that's for sure. It is that Jordan Tyson will be top 5 on this list after this year. He's going over 1,000. Like his over under right now is 750, easily going over. He's going to be a stud. And the beauty of it is he's a really opposite player of Olave. Like Olave honestly is going to be put in more of a Jameson Williams type of role, and Jordan Tyson is going to be more in an Amon-Ra St. Brown role because he is a great at the catch. He's taller. He can get more physical inside the middle of the field. I just think that eventually, Jordan Tyson probably is going to pass up Chris Olave as the wide receiver 1 in New Orleans.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that for sure. He's nice. Like, you watch his film, the more you watch his film, the
more you like him, and that's how you know a player's a dog.
He's going to settle in fast. He will settle in fast. Another guy that almost made this list was Michael Wilson. I didn't know how to necessarily rate him. I like him. I think he's a number 2. I don't think he's a 1. Had a really good year last year. He cracked 1,000. I think he had 7, 8 touchdowns. Yards per catch went up. Made some really big plays. Had a couple big games. But is he number 1 or is he number 2? Because I was told that Marvin Harrison Jr. was the best wide receiver ever come out of Big Ten. And now I can't see him stay healthy or catch passes. So
Mitsubishi Marv.
Shout out to Mississippi Jamar, but that's still.
I will say, like if this was like 1 year ago, like going into the season last year, I would have Devontae Adams above Jamo. I still would have T. Higgins over Jamo. T. Higgins has a little bit more level of consistency. He has had some injury issues, but it's so hard to compare the Jamo and T. Higgins because the opposite receiver is a switch for them. Like Jamar Chase is so similar to Jamo. Like he is the ceiling of Jameson Williams is Jamar Chase, and then T. Higgins, Amon-Ra St. Brown is just they're both like contested catch guys. Get in the middle of the field. T. Higgins obviously more of a jump ball threat. I think that Jamo is number 3, Devontae Adams is 4, and I got T. Higgins at 2, but. Like I would say last year and even more this year is that Jamo could easily overtake T. Higgins. He's going to put 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons up hopefully this year. So I think that it's such a tight race, but I would edge out T. Higgins as of right now versus Jamo.
I like that. I have no problem with that. T. Higgins is the pillar of consistency when he plays. Last year, he missed 2 games. The year before that, he missed 5 games. The year before that, he missed 5 games. So a lot of times you see T. Higgins, you see these great 3-game stretches, and then you don't see him for a while because of those injuries. So just looking at what Jamo has been able to do consistently last 2 years, I kind of use projection a little bit to your point.
That's fair.
I use projection a little bit versus what it is because you ain't lying. T. Higgins, when he's on the field opposite Jamar Chase, like he is an absolute problem and a menace, and he does a little bit more. So.
And Pickens has his best career year. The only reason that he's even over Jamo.
Fair. I would agree. Because when you look at him coming out of Georgia, I didn't see superstar. When you look at him getting to Pittsburgh, I didn't see superstar.
I loved his profile coming out.
I did too.
Yeah.
Did you see superstar? Or did you see? Oh yeah, he's gonna make the Pro Bowl.
Every single dynasty league
making the Pro Bowl and being superstar.
I took him in every dynasty league.
Okay.
I thought he was easily a 1,000-yard receiver in the NFL, and
that's not superstar.
I said easily. Okay. I said easily a 1,000-yard receiver. More thinking like I thought 1,200 was going to be like around where he starts topping out at, which is like that's top 10 wide receiver numbers in the NFL.
More importantly, I refused to trade him while he struggled, and I
picked him almost every year.
To the tune of losing to stick by a point. 1.6 in the final.
To the tune of losing stick.
1.6.
What you got? I like
just the catch by Puka at the end.
Oh.
You had some tight ends though. You want to stick with football, or we want to switch to baseball a little
bit?
Is the chat loving the baseball?
We're gonna stay with we're gonna go with the tight end rankings after this.
Pigskin, baby. Let's go.
And then we'll throw in the poll and see if they would rather talk about their Tigres or my college football segment.
Here's a question, Anson. Were you trying to take that conversation to the space of can Jameson Williams overtake Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is that what you're trying to do?
That's possible. Listen, I think that both him and Tesla, that's the dream is where they truly develop into like a top 8 receiver in the league, and then you've got Amon-Ra just as your greatest Julian Edelman type of gadget, put him wherever hell he wants and just rack up another 110 catches, but not the focal point of the offense because you got either Jamo or this other guy streaking down the sideline catching anything you put up in the air. And listen, Tesla or Jamo could both do that.
So you would like to, in the perfect world, and I got you, JS. In the perfect world, you would like to keep Laporta, Jamo, and Amon-Ra for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Keep those 3.
Don't you put me in that corner against Gibbs, but yes. I believe in that. I believe you get the best years out of a tight end in their second and third contracts usually. Guys are getting better and better as tight ends in their early years, but it takes a while to learn that all the nuances of that position, that both as a blocker and as a weapon. But I think that that's the key. As long as you're going to have Jared Goff here, you have to have those weapons. You don't have JD5 or one of these guys like the catfish who can create on the run, things like that. So you've got to get the weapons to stand up for Goff. And all 3 of those guys are tremendous, man. Just wait till you guys see how they use Tesla this year. I really think they're going to.
All right, we'll take a break from Anson the Cookie Monster and tell you a little bit about Icon Auto Repair and Collision.
He's got green on. He has green on.
A collision, the Woodward Sports family. If you've been in an accident or your vehicle needs repairs, make sure you trust the team at Icon Auto Repair and Collision. With 3 convenient metropolitan Detroit locations, they're the spot for you. Madison Heights, Shelby Township, and Pontiac. They offer free car loans and even offer to pay your deductible. I don't know about you, but that sounds like the professional auto repair shop that I want to partner up with. See you at Icon Auto Repair and Collision soon.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Hey guys, it is home buying season, and I know that you've been thinking about either buying a house or refinancing your house, so why not make a call to Chad and Chris over there at Supreme Lending and find out what your options are. Calling early in the process is a lot better than right at the end. You're going to get jammed up with some other company that, maybe your realtor pushed you to. Call these guys. They're on your side from day one. They're going to walk you through all of it and get your situation into the best profile for the best loan program that you can get. 0 down payment programs are available, and when you mention our name, Woodward Sports is going to save you for up to $500 off of your home appraisal. Give them a call. They're Supreme Lending.
And we are back in the second hour of the show, having a good time here on the Braylon Edwards Show, Woodward Sports 2.0. Sweet Potato Cam, JS, how y'all feeling out there? Feeling good? Feeling good?
Feeling great, man.
Feeling great? Okay.
Really well, yeah.
Good energy. Got
yeah.
Kool-Aid in the building.
Double D!
Hovering in the back like the Godfather, if you will.
Chilling in the stew.
Anson, how about we clean up some super chats?
We got
conversation,
a lot to
man.
clean up,
I feel like
my
there was
friend.
a lot of talking and dialogue, so I apologize we didn't get to you. Let's see what they had to say.
Freddie Felt leading things off with a $20 super
twank?
chat.
Okay. Little twomp.
Shout out to the Woodward fam and chat for all of the love back from the shithole known as Ohio.
Oh, man.
Confirmed. My wife is a badass post-surgery. Godspeed, my friend. We're happy to hear that.
Happy to hear that.
Shout out Slappo and Anson's haircuts. Shout out the GOAT. Send the puck to my guy, Michael Wary. Yeah, as soon as we find it. It's been misplaced, but we got something better for you guys right here to catch you up. The Grind Line by Keith Gave. Written to Darren McCarty right up here in the top. And then signed by Darren McCarty. This is a tremendous collectible. The provenance on this is very, very cool, guys. It's about Darren McCarty, and it's addressed to him by the author. So get in for the rest of today and tomorrow. We're going to give that away on Friday, but we're going to keep going. Freddie Felt again, $2. Clapback is my middle name. Big Pontiac Energy. Shout out Yaktown.
Shout out.
Michael Wary, $2. Jamo, breakout year, loading. Watch.
Hey.
All right, hold on. I want to address two things. Thing one, I love that Freddie Felt said Ohio is a you-know-what.
It is.
I was talking to Rob Sims. Shout out to my dog, Rob Sims, man. Really become really good friends over the last 5-6 years or so. He is also from Ohio. He is also an Ohio State Buckeye, and he sent me a text. You know, we're talking about golf, the whole 9 yards. I said, well, what you got up today? I'm headed to the great state of Ohio. I commented back. I was like,
that's not how it goes.
Great state is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And what was the last comment you read? That was the second thing.
The clapback and then Jamo breakout loading.
At what point is a breakout year too late? Like, he's already broken out.
He's got back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, right?
That's not. But then that's changing the definition. Like, he's not going to have a breakout year. Like, we know what he is. We know at his best. We've seen him at his prime. Like, we've seen him at his peak in terms of in moments, in 3-4 games in a row. Whether it's last year around the Eagles game, and then after that, whether it's a couple years ago, you start to see, we know what he is. He's already broken out. It's back-to-back 1,000 yards year. Now, can he take it to superstar level?
I think everybody wants to see 13. That's a number last year.
1,300?
I think 13's a number again this year. I don't think that he gets to it, and I don't think unless he usurps out of superior play all of the other wide receivers, you got Laporta back. That's the whole.
I put it to you this way. Like, what you guys are asking for is him to become the number 1 wide receiver for the Lions.
Yep.
Like, that's the next breakout phase.
Yep.
Like, he's in this breakout phase. He's a
want.
number 2 wide receiver. He's getting paid as a number 2 wide receiver because Amon-Ra St. Brown makes more. Amon-Ra St. Brown's resume is more. He's the number 1. He's top 5 wide out in the league. You're asking him to break through from 2,000 yards, 2 back-to-back 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. Like, you're asking him to go to another level.
They want 13 and 13. I'm telling you, that's what they want. Because Detroit loves them some Jamo. And I get it, man. He loves the city. He's for the city. He's for the fans. And if you see that.
So you want 13. You want 13. You want Sam Laporta to have 900. You want Jahmyr Gibbs to go over 2,300 yards. No, from
6,000-yard season for Goff loading, bro.
And the record's 558 or 55, 57.
Maz has some wild ideas for what Goff might do this year. I mean, if all fans have everything they want from all 5 guys, Tesla included,
what I love about
you got a 6,000-yard season, Bray.
What I love about all this, too, is like Drew Petzing specializes in 13 personnel.
12, man. 13, man, for sure.
All right, let's go. Look, you want to break and then come back and do it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break, get on schedule.
Because
then
we were behind, and now we can get right back on track.
All right, Mad Packs. Tell me about it, Jay.
Let me tell you about Mad Packs. And look, you got it wrong in the head if you're not smoking Mad Packs, if you're smoking weed at all. Because look, they got premium flower, whether it's infused or non-infused. They have unreal pre-rolls. My personal favorite are the infused, the high-low, and the boom shakalaka. 1.3 grams and 1.5 grams, respectively, keef-coated, live resin infused. They are a clean smoke. They don't canoe, and they taste really good. My new favorites are the Blue Raz and the Maui Wowie from their new line. They also got a little mystery flavor if you're willing to dabble. But make sure you tap in with them today at your local dispensary.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions. Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
team at the state's title agency has over 20-plus years of experience. They know exactly what they're doing, and their leader, their captain, their Jared Goff, if you will, he's got the expertise to get you into the game. Whether you're buying or refinancing a home, it doesn't matter. They're going to make their process simple and convenient. They also just want to be there for you. They want to connect you to the process and do it much easier. Late night as well as weekend closings by appointment. They do all the things you need. For all your title needs, call Mr. Deeds. Also, while you're at it, why don't you pull up the Art & Jakes? A&J, they do it better than anybody else. 80 TVs, wall-to-wall, the action, the vibe, the energy is there. Yesterday, oh, man, you should have been there. Guess what? And the Tigers got the win. Shout out to A&J and the people in the crew for putting on a phenomenal show and making everybody feel welcome. That menu, fire, and don't forget about the 22 beers on tap. They're all around the state. They're not hard to find. Check them out online if you need to. And that's how you do back-to-back reads, baby. Clutch. All right, why don't you clean up some more of those super chats? There was a lot of engagement and conversation. People appreciate the Jamo conversation as well as the Easy and the Heavyweights talking about David Montgomery. Appreciate your engagement in that.
But James Koski, D something after that. Right. I blame last year's coaches for the Monty situation. And last year's bad O-line. Monty is great. I still wear my Sonic and Knuckles shirts.
I don't disagree.
Love it. Pickens is the truth, says Michael Wary for $5. He just needs to shut up and play, and he did last year.
First thing I saw with Pickens, I was like, dang, he's a problem. When Michigan played against Georgia in the Orange Bowl, like he just absolutely abused Dax Hill and a couple of those other DBs. He didn't even have a big game, but if you just watch the running plays, like he was dialed in. He was running the guys over, picking them up, put them on the sideline. I said, okay, monster. I gotta watch this guy.
Yep. Dante 151 with the final one for now. Keep them coming, guys, and smash that like button for us. $5 says, so guys, have you seen the new trailer for Resident Evil movie? Don't get him started, Dante. Come on, man. That is being directed by Zach Krieger, who directed Weapons and Barbarian.
Barbarian, yeah, those are some creepy movies, some suspenseful thriller type movies. Barbarian was crazy.
Barbarian sounds interesting.
Barbarian was actually insane. All right, Jay, load us up. Tight end Sam Laporta. We hope he comes back this season and is the same tight end that we saw start last year as well as the year before. He's back. But how did he fare on your list of tight end rankings?
It's not mine. It's PFF's.
Well, PFF's who I mean.
I'm not claiming this.
You're not claiming this. All right, so
hell no. Number 10's way too low.
Yes.
Shout out
Come on.
100.
What are we talking about? 6 is way too high. Don't Dalton Kincaid my ass.
Yeah,
100. I mean, maybe on another team he'd still not 6.
And also the Tucker Kraft disrespect. I mean, what are we talking? All right, I'll let you talk, Braylon. I'm sorry.
So if I'm just reworking this list right here, I absolutely agree. If I'm reworking this list right here, oh yeah, they got some Michigan love in there. I'm gonna take Brock Bowers and put him at 1.
I love that.
I'm taking Trey McBride and leaving him where he is. Yep. And I'm taking George, moving him to 4, because I'm taking healthy Tucker Kraft and putting him at 3, 4. Where am I at?
3. You said Laporta at 4.
Brock, McBride, George, Sam.
You were going to put Tucker at 4.
I'm putting Laporta at 5. I'm putting Tucker Kraft at 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm putting Tucker Kraft at 4. Taking Tyler Warren up to 6. Taking Colston Loveland, put him at 7, and then you can rack those last 2.
Listen, with the Cardinals, everybody knew what you were getting, and nobody could stop it. I mean, Brock Bowers looked that way. I think he's kind of incomplete for me right now to put him up at number 1. You saw Laporta have a record-breaking rookie season and then come back and not deliver. I think that Brock Bowers is everything that you told me he was going to be. It's just for me what Trey McBride, the body of his work in the last few years, it's hard to take him out of that one spot, personally.
Brock Bowers has 2,000-yard seasons in Las Vegas.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
No. Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
Geno Smith was his.
That's true.
Geno Smith was his
I'm not mad at it, man. He's
on
all my dynasty teams because of you.
Like, their team is in absolute chaos.
All right, I'll give you it.
And he had 2,000-yard seasons. Like, Brock Bowers is him. Like, and he's from that area.
I didn't think McBride was going to be as good as he's turned out to be, and maybe that's all Drew Petzing. I hope so.
Yeah, but what do you like the list? What do you see? Am I more closer than that? You got a little because I know you're high on Ty Warren.
Yeah, it's smoking over there, Amnesia boy.
I would say, all right. So if I were to rework this list, I'm moving Kittle down for sure. I'm gonna have Bowers at 1, McBride at 2. I'm gonna rock healthy
Tucker?
George Kittle though.
How do you take him out of the top
but
3?
it's a healthy George Kittle and a healthy Tucker Kraft. Like that's a conversation there because we're both talking about both of them being healthy. I'm not gonna go with the flashy toy. I'm gonna go with the consistency. I'm gonna put Kittle at 3, Kraft at 4, Laporte at 5, Loveland at 6. 7 is
Tyler.
6 is Warren. 7 is Loveland. 8 is Pitts. 9 is Kelsey. 10 is Kincaid.
You remember right after
So we're saying. I think we're the same. Yeah.
You remember while there was still feature backs, the first big wave about 20 years ago was the tight end, and I think that it was Gronk and Aaron Hernandez that kind of ushered that era in. Then it went to 2, 3 committee backs and receiving backs and all that stuff. But all these kids grew up in the newer era of tight end usage. This is the greatest collection of tight ends the NFL's ever seen.
No doubt.
And the next 5 to 8 guys after that are stellar as well.
This is the best 8.
I think this is the best 8
at the same time.
The best, yes. I think it's the best era of tight ends ever.
Shouldn't be on here though. Like you was
Don Kincaid. Like Don Kincaid is a good tight end.
I don't think I'd have him on here.
I don't think I'd have him on here either.
I need to look.
And Kyle Pitts is a tough sell for me still. Maybe
I'm
10.
high on Kyle Pitts.
I buy Kyle Pitts. I mean, we're talking about buying Kyle Pitts at 8, 9. We're not talking about buying at 4.
I would have Njoku over Kincaid.
So that's where I was going. Tight ends that aren't on this list. Right. And Njoku's now out there with the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert be a better opportunity for him this year. What about a rookie quarterback like Kenyon Sadiq? Who also will be playing with Geno Smith.
What about Mandrews? The disrespect for Mandrews.
Not anymore.
Hawkins, just what? Until they use him. When they're back behind in games and they're like, all right, we give up. Everybody else sucks. Throw it to Mandrews.
I'd rather have Njoku.
I'd rather have Mandrews than Kincaid. Dallas Goedert, stud.
Ferguson, Goddard, Schultz.
Komet's still nice. Goddard's not on. I will put Goddard.
Chig Okonkwo with JD5 might be.
I like Goddard. I'm just trying to see because they use him a lot in like rushing situations. Like his touchdowns are misleading.
No, AJ Brown might be a great thing.
TJ Hawkins is now on the list as well.
Yep.
Hawk.
Don't tell people about Dallas Goedert when AJ Brown's not there. Don't tell them. That's my little secret.
That's your secret in terms of fantasy?
Yeah. I had Dallas Goedert last year on my fantasy team. He was my starting tight end. He was great. And the only people who stole touchdowns from him are Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown.
So North Dakota State University? Or
I was up here pulling up tight ends because when you said that, I was like, let me see what the tight ends look like. I just typed in a random.
What about
2008.
from the Jags? Oh my Lord, he just signed his extension. Strange.
Oh, Brett Strange?
I'd have him over Kincaid, no doubt.
Harold Fannin Jr.
I love him. Oh my God,
the Jaguars, right?
Hey,
Strange.
if you go back to the
Harold Fanning Jr. Actually, Harold Fanning Jr. needs to be on this list.
100%.
Harold Fanning Jr. is probably 9. He's probably 9 on this list.
How about Rondé
Gadsden? Problem.
How about Rondé Gadsden the second?
Oh, shout out to Chargers again.
Not yet.
Yeah. But what he showed, this is a guy that could be on this list by the end of this year.
I'm leaning. You're leaning towards taking Kelsey off this list, and Pitts.
How about Isaiah Likely as the number 1 in New York?
He doesn't do it for me.
He's never been huge for me, but he was signed to be a weapon there.
I just typed in 2008 just to see what the landscape was like back then. Tony Gonzalez, Jason Witten, Dallas Clark, Antonio Gates, Greg Olsen, and a couple like one-hit wonders.
And poor Michael.
So that's only 5 really good tight ends that you just named. If you look on that board right there, You have how many 1,000-yard receivers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's fair, but then
7.
Okay.
7,000-yard receivers up there alone.
So then we're having two different conversations. The conversation that you're having is who are pass receiving tight ends, because we live in an era where there's 17 games and everybody's throwing the ball. And everybody's at least have 5 receivers at a time throughout the course of a game, including tight ends and running back. Like, are we talking about best receivers, or are we talking about best tight ends? Because you don't have to have the bigger stats to be better.
I got 3 sleeper names for you guys. One of them that a lot of you know, Michael Mayer, drafted high, and then
he's on the same team as Brock Bowers.
And then you get Brock Bowers behind him. He ever gets a shot somewhere, much like Isaiah Likely?
He got drafted first.
Oh, the year before, prior, for sure.
Yeah.
In the second round.
Now, the other two, but high draft stock, a guy that could end up somewhere else and do some things.
He's good.
2 names that people may not be very familiar with. One that I love in Carolina, and that's Jatavian Sanders, a guy that was fantastic in college. And then
he played all right. If he takes a step.
He had some flashes last year, and then Max Clare could end up ascending to the number 1 tight end in Los Angeles with the Rams. That's a coveted place to be, even in fantasy, if you own that guy.
Claire is good too.
I like him a lot.
That was a good pick by the Rams.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
They know what they're doing.
I'm looking at these. You see, the 49ers are a good team. Like, Arizona's not. Reds and the Raiders are not. Yeah, just those two. Just those two. All right, look, where do we want to go from here?
College football. Come on.
I figured we would stick with football, and I figured it would be college for you.
Because the
Chat's
Tigers
loving
are
the college.
kind of hot.
The football is kind of hot right now with the chat. Let's stick with that. We'll get a message from Thrive, I believe we're at. Or did we skip?
No, we're at Thrive.
Let me tell them about Thrive. It is time to put down that gut-wrenching neon-colored drink and check out Thrive Energy Pouches, y'all. Kool-Aid, check it out, though. It ain't your daddy's dip. It is tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse of smart caffeine. No sugar crashes, no jitters. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code WSM for 15% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. Stay flipping work, y'all.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
You're building a whole combat sports enterprise in the heart of it in Detroit, and that's what I think is the coolest.
I think with opportunity, right? Like you said, maybe you like to punch people in the face for real, and you want to be a boxer, and you have an option there. Maybe you don't like getting punched in the face, and you want to make, you like the theatricals and the storylines, and so you have an avenue here. Maybe you start at one and then want to change to the other. I don't care. I just want you in the building and know that you have some place to go to explore that. Just having the ability to, what do you want to do and how do you want to do it to the best of your ability? And, it all starts with the kids.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
I love being here to tell you about Woodward. 40 locations throughout the state. It's the boutique dispensary in my eyes. Beautiful, great product, knowledgeable staff, and they're super friendly. Head on over to the one in Berkeley and ask for MJ, or go online. Loom.com. Scan the QR code. It'll get you there even faster. But when you get there, put in that WSN30. We're going to save you 30% off. And they're going to hook you up with some free stuff your first visit. In fact, your first 3 visits, they got you. So head on over to Loom.com.
And we are back. Having a good day, man. Everybody feeling good out there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's very zen day.
We found the puck, too.
Hey,
you.
We absolutely know.
You found it.
It's a team. There's no There's no
I thought maybe I had left it in here.
Championship
Somebody
there.
put it up with our decor and our bobbleheads and that statue we're going to get back from you one day.
We asked a question before we went to break. You guys want to talk about baseball?
Maybe
or
in 3
football.
years.
At some point, listen, you build Death Stars, we blow them up. That's college football.
Which we'll be talking about now because no one wants to talk about the Detroit
They
Tigers.
don't, man.
But you know why? It's because
Skubal.
everything is annoying. Like when you
It
talk
is,
about,
man.
are you talking about Terry Skubal and the comments he made? That pisses you off. Are you talking about Terry Skubal still being here and not being traded 2 years ago to get more value? That's annoying. Now we can't get the leverage that we want. Talking about being buyers at the trade deadline. That's annoying. Like everything that they're doing right now, even though they won last night, shout out to the Tigers, they get the win against the Cubs. It's just annoying conversation. So I get it. So we'll spare you.
Shout out Kiter Montero. I have
Kiter
to say.
Montero, yeah, he did his thing.
My man.
Definitely did his thing. I turned the game on maybe in the fourth inning. I was like,
Heat.
Heat.
No doubt.
Thinking him with 10 Ks?
I don't know that
Or is it
number,
8?
but he looked unhittable yesterday.
Oh, he was. Shout out to them. Jay, college football. I know it's your wheelhouse. I know it's your fave. You got something for us that we had 2 days ago. Now we get to it today.
Yes, sir, Braylon. So as you can see on the back wall, and I'll be pulling up in the me and Braylon 2-shot, we have Justin's Big Ten triplets rankings. We did this for the NFL about a week ago, and so I made my own version here for college football to kind of get you primed and ready for this Big Ten season. And we're already getting super chats out. Dante 151. 199. Justin, week 0, North Carolina versus TCU in Dublin, noon. Let's get ready. I'm so ready. Braylon, how excited are you for college football before I dive into this list?
I'll let you dive into this. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of parity going on with the Big Ten itself. SEC's trying to move on from the NCAA and do their own thing. I think it's another one of those years. It's going to be exciting because it's going to be chaotic. Like, I think in each iteration, when things change, when they evolve, they're no longer what you used to know. What I fell in love with is
That
dead
you
and gone,
used to
much like a
know.
lot of individuals. But you find something in the new system that you like. The chaos is interesting. Like, I love that it is chaotic, so that's going to be good. And also, there is a school in Ann Arbor who everyone is telling me is going to figure it out and get it together this year, so I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Well, we will start there, Mr. Braylon Edwards,
There it
with
is.
your alma mater. The Michigan Wolverines come in at number 5 on the list. What honestly, and I hate to say it, I'm not hating, so Bryce Underwood's dad, please don't come after me. Bryce Underwood weighs this down a little bit, as we both believe he's going to have a better season than last year. How good is to be seen so far. But when you talk about Jordan Marshall, top 10 running back in all of college football, absolutely elite. He's going to have a huge year with no Justice Haynes. And then Andrew Marsh is he's wearing number 0 this year, right?
Yeah, he went 0.
He went 0. I wish he went number 1, Braylon. I can't lie. But,
I'm glad he didn't go number 1 because everybody wants to come to Michigan and now gifting number 1 to everybody. Hold on, excuse me, sir. Everybody gifting 1 to all the wide receivers. And when they get the number, what do? They usually typically leave. So I'm glad somebody took 0. Maybe there's a little bit less pressure. The only thing that I would add to that Michigan, oh boy, Savion Hyder is going to be
he's
a
gonna
monster
be in the mix,
at the
baby.
running back situation. Excited to see with that young, kind of like a Jahmyr Gibbs type of kind of a twinsy as they've been playing it. But I like the list.
And
you got him 5?
I got him 5, and it's because of Bryce Underwood. All right, like I'm gonna be honest, it's just triplets. It's only triplets. But
I'm saying you got him over Penn State and some other schools.
Oh, I do have them. Yes,
Rocco
yes.
Beck.
Rocco Beck's very solid. All right, but they have really good tight end. I'm going to butcher the name. It's Bremer.
Okay.
And the running back situation is a little stagnant. I didn't really like what they got going on there. And then the other one I would think a lot of people would be like, why are they not on there? It's not Michigan State. It is Washington.
Yes,
Damon Williams.
There we
They got Nehook on the outside. However, their running back position is a very big question mark with Jonah Coleman leaving. He was an absolute horse back there for them. So I think there's a little bit more established talent for Michigan outside of the quarterback position. Now for USC, as we keep it moving, it's kind of the opposite. We got Jaden Mayava, who is a stud. I believe in Mayava. I think when we went through the quarterback tiers yesterday, I think he's a tier 1 quarterback. He is genuinely, he might be the best quarterback in this draft class, and that's how much arm talent I believe that he has. Like I'm so high on, I said potentially, all right, with a good year. And Wayman Jordan, we saw last year, he got hurt, but he was a beast. He was running people over. They got a nice tandem there with King. And then Tanuk Hines is at around 561 yards last year. He was the number 3 receiver behind 2 elite receivers in Jacoby Lane and Malachi Lemon. So still putting up 560 yards behind those two is still very impressive, and he looked good. He reminds me of a little bit of Puka Nacua in the way that he plays the game. I think that's good. And then we're going to keep it going. Any thoughts on USC, Braylon?
Wayman Johnson actually nice, man. He's one of those guys that's physical, a bruiser. He can get the yards in the pinch, in the clutch, the yards that you need. Also, he can hit the home run too, so I like his ability. But I like what you said about Maeva. Like, he's a talent. Now, if he's the number 1 quarterback, that remains to be seen. But you're talking about just a guy with some talent, some potential. Lincoln Riley understands the quarterback position. He may not understand how to put a team together and keep them together, but he understands that quarterback position.
Absolutely, and we're obviously keeping moving. Dante Moore, who struggled in the Indiana games last year, but other than that, pretty much flawless outside of that. And then Jordan Davison stepping into a big role. That's a question mark there, but Oregon is carried by Dante Moore and Evan Stewart, who used to play for Texas A&M. Very good receiver. He got hurt last year. I'm excited to see what he's got in store being the number 1 receiver out there in Oregon, but I think that the running back position is ultimately where I went with Indiana over Oregon, which I think is a little controversial. I think a lot of people would have Oregon over Indiana.
No, I like what you did with her. I like Oregon where they're at. You know, Indiana, Ohio State both embarrassed Oregon last year. I think Dante Moore has got to be better in the big games. I'm not talking about the Big 10 games. I'm talking about when you get to those big games, when you get to those playoff games, that's where he's got to be better, and that's what he's got to show. I find it interesting that the backup quarterback for the Oregon Ducks had more touchdowns last year and more yards passing than the starter. I would keep my eyes on Dylan Raiola as a quarterback for the Oregon Ducks. He's the backup right now, highest paid backup in college. Just keep your eyes on that situation.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
It was definitely interesting when they decided to bring him in. The transfer gem of the Big Ten this year will be Josh Hoover, quarterback out of TCU. Ran the same style of offense that Indiana likes to run with the RPOs, and he was elite. And look, if you don't know about Josh Hoover, go watch him tape. You will be extremely impressed. They also got Turbo Richard out of Boston College, who not a lot of people know about, but
what
I'm
a name.
Absolute nerd, and I watch Boston College football, and they had no offensive line, and he still managed to make a lot of plays last year. And then, obviously, you saw Charlie Becker just explode onto the scene at the back end of last year. You know, they also have Nick Marsh as well.
You go.
Michigan State transfer, sorry, Anson. They are going to look absolutely fantastic this year at their skill position. And then number 1, undeniable, undisputed, unfortunately, and that is the Ohio State Buckeyes. Julian Sayin, top 3 quarterback in the sport. Bo Jackson, star freshman, going to come in here for a sophomore season, have the reins, and then obviously Jeremiah Smith, the best wide receiver in the country. Having a top 5 arguable player at every position in this list obviously makes you number 1.
Yeah, you look at Jeremiah Smith, he is the unguardable wide receiver in college football right now. He's 10 touchdowns away from breaking my career record, which is 39 career Big Ten touchdowns, which is number 1. He should break that by week 8. Looking to see what he can do. Like, when you watch him on the field, sometimes you see these players that just have an appeal, if you will. His appeal reminds me of the first time I saw Adrian Peterson on the field as a rookie. When Adrian Peterson was a rookie, you knew what time it was. Like, even at 18, 19 years old, you knew Adrian Peterson all day was ready for the NFL. You knew his freshman year, Jeremiah Smith was ready for the NFL. Bo Jackson, great name. Didn't even know his name wasn't Bo until halfway through last season. But
either way, he had a lot to live up to.
And
because what's his other name? His real name?
It's
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. That's right.
He was screwed either way, but he delivered his freshman year. Man, tremendous player.
I want to see him in between tackles anymore. Kind of like the same thing they said about. Actually, I don't realistically, but if I'm critiquing him, kind of the same thing they said about Jahmyr Gibbs his first year. They were trying to see him in between the tackles, not trying to take everything to the outside. And Julian's saying if that quarterback is half of what they say he is, pun intended, Ohio State's gonna have a really good year.
Super.
Super. I think that's where it's at. Is this the list though? Is that where you rank those guys?
Yeah, that's
in
my
the conference.
List. Yep.
No, I'm talking like the teams themselves. You have Ohio State as number 1 team in the Big Ten, and Indiana, and then Oregon.
I have Ohio State as the number 1. Yeah, I mean this is pretty much. Yeah, actually, this is my my Big Ten top 5 rankings. Actually.
Okay.
Kind of funny how that worked out.
I like it. What say you? Anything to add, Anson?
It's just so wild seeing Indiana just like slotted right at the top in all of these lists everywhere you go.
And Michigan sliding down.
Was it 87 when they won the Rose Bowl or when they lost the Rose Bowl to Michigan State, I want to say?
Who, Indiana?
Yeah, and both teams was like they never got there. I remember my dad making a big deal out of it, and I love seeing IU up there. This guy though, the Bryce Underwood stuff, we talked about him being a fourth-tier quarterback.
Yeah.
Tier 4.
That was a little aggressive.
You were maybe, but even at third tier, I think you have a point. He's got a lot of work to do. I mean, there's been whispers from people saying that he might not be your quarterback, but the other guy that they got there, I think, might even push them up here.
You talking about Tommy Carr's little brother? Or Tommy Carr?
He's not.
Who's going to be able to run that
chance.
offense? Is all I want to know.
I feel you.
Are they going to let him run? If you let him run, then
they're
you might
letting
end
him
up being
run.
the second one on here.
You can't go from I was going to a MAC school and now I'm coming in and still in the job from whatever
But if
you
they
want to call
don't let
him.
Bryce run, it's a disaster.
They are going
for
to
you
let
guys.
Bryce
They
run.
have to.
The offense, if you just go watch Utah play last year, and I can guarantee you will understand why I'm telling you that they will run with Bryce Underwood.
The reason why they will run with Bryce Underwood, and we'll go to a quick commercial break and come back, and then we will also talk. Justin, you got a wheelhouse that's going on. Somebody got paid today. Somebody signed a deal today at 38 years of age, and I didn't think he would be signed for that much. But as it relates to oh my God, what were you talking about? I hate when I try to switch the subject. Where were we at before that?
Break. Going to break.
It was the last comment we made about the list.
Oh.
It was
about Tommy Carr.
About Bryce? I mean, he's just got to play better.
Yeah.
He's got to run. If they let him run.
That's what it was. Realistically, the reason why he's going to run more is because the individuals that are on the hook for the $7 million that he's already been paid as a second-year player, they're going to wonder where their investment is. You heard Troy Aikman say, I would never give my money to UCLA again. They didn't do this, that, and the third. If you are on the hook, if you're one of those guys that contribute, hey, here's my $1 million for Bryce Underwood, you told me he was going to be this, and you're not doing the things that he said, you're not getting my donation anymore.
Is there too much of an investment to ever see him benched this year?
This year, yeah.
Okay. I think that's fair.
This year, yes. But next year, no.
Dante151 in the chat for $2. Justin, week 0, North Carolina versus TCU in Dublin.
I'm fired up.
Yeah?
It's going to be a good week 0. Hey, come to the factory. Me, Sean, and Neil will be there.
I feel like
Eastern.
We did Thrive already. Are we on Amnesia?
Yeah, we got a little bit of time here.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we got a few minutes.
Well, then, Patrick Kane. Go to
break.
Okay.
That's a full segment. All right, let me tell you about Amnesia.
There we go.
I got you. Hold on. Hey, look at this. That's how you do it with the Amnesia. 2 flavors, 1 device, 3 ways to enjoy it. Man, that is hitting today. Let me tell you. Any way you want to enjoy, whether it's Sativa Hybrid or Indica on the go, this thing is clog-free and is a dream. Also have the glass tip pre-rolls that are the best in the game, legitimately. So make sure you tap in with Amnesia today at your local dispensary.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at DebtCityFC.com.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive. Thrive.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Let me tell you about how you can upgrade your relaxation game with Massage Chair House. Click this QR code above my head and tap in with Dr. Eric Duncan. He has the largest massage chair showroom in the great state of Michigan, like premium models such as the Osaki and the Faro massage chair. It's the best in the game. So when you're looking to upgrade your relaxation game, tap in with the Massage Chair Doc and the Massage Chair House and the Wellness Doc, Dr. Eric Duncan. And well, if you want a cheaper way to enhance your relaxation game, tap in with Gold Crown. The Royal Jesters and the Royal Junior Jesters have it all for whatever variety smoker you are. 1.5 grams or 0.7 grams. Coated in keef, live resin infused. They also got some without it as well. Gold Crown is a staple in the game. They also have great gummies with nerds on top of them. So make sure you tap in with Gold Crown today at your local dispensary. They are everywhere. I literally have not gone to a dispensary and not seen them in my life.
And we are back on this beautiful day. I love that the weather's so chill, man. It's been like tropical breezes out there, man. Last couple days warmed up a little bit today.
Limited edition, Braylon. We gotta take full advantage of these days.
Limited edition is true, man.
Yeah, definitely gotta take more. Anything in the chat? Anything to clean up? Anything to talk about?
Mike G,
Mike
G,
right
right
on
more
time.
Hated rivalry: Michigan versus Ohio State, or Easy versus Monty.
Ooh, right now it might be Easy versus Monty.
It's hot today.
Present time?
Yeah, I say right now it's a lot of smoke there. A lot of smoke, a lot of fire. I feel like Michigan, Ohio State. I feel like because of how college football landscape is done. Plus, Michigan hasn't been as good the last couple of years. Yeah, it's not the same.
And shout out to our guy Doughboy Steve, who has been recovering, and he says that he snuck some good Loom gummies in last night after the day shifters left, and the evening meds were dished out. It was on like Donkey Kong.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you mentioned that, man. Shout out to you. Glad you're feeling better in the chat.
No doubt. You've been getting a lot of love from the chat, too. Keep it up, buddy. Godspeed to that full recovery.
Tonight, that game, I definitely think I'll probably be on some adult candy. I think it's one of those days, if you will. Speaking of adult candy for you, Jay. Patrick Kane, $8 million for 2 years at 38.
What the flip?
Fleece?
Oh, man. Well, hey, look.
I mean, more power to the man.
Flip will always make me laugh.
It's Flipper Fudge.
Well, all right. In terms of the Patrick
On
Kane
brand.
stuff, I mean, look, and as you see, I respect the man, the greatest born American hockey player of all time, and I will tip the cap to him on that regard. However,
the number one?
Yes.
Wow.
I will tip my cap to him on that. However, watching him in Detroit was like getting blue balled for 2 seasons. I'm not gonna lie, because he's not what he used to be, and everyone is always Showtime. Like they're all loving it and pumping him up. And look, I love myself some good Showtime too. But at the end of the day, he was not what he used to be. He was a power play merchant. He shouldn't be playing on the second line. And when you look at guys on the team and you look at how a lot of the players are soft, Patrick Kane is not necessarily the most physically imposing player in the NHL. I'm not calling him soft at all, because he definitely is not soft. But I'm saying, like, the style, you can't have every player in your team playing like Patrick Kane. And when you got guys who you need to be mucking it up and playing physical, playing like Patrick Kane, it's a problem. So, good riddance. I'm glad you got your bag. I'm glad you're going back to Chicago. All right, I don't give a fuck. All right, good riddance. Goodbye. Go sit in Chicago. Go have your reunion. I love you. You're amazing. But please let the kids come up. Let's tear it all down. We have no use for Patrick Kane. We don't need him. We don't like it. No. Have fun in Chicago. See ya. Goodbye. Gone. Deuce.
Mr. Joe the Gringo. Sad. Kane over Modano, though?
Michael Modano.
He's got more points. Argue with a wall.
Everything is about the stats.
I grew up with
days,
somebody
man.
McDonald.
But we're in the era.
They're two different players, though. They really are. They are two different players, but
very different eras too.
I mean, Mike. I don't think McDonald was an MVP, and Kane does.
I don't think Modano.
How many
ever
cups
was.
has Modano won?
One, at least. I think he's got 2 with the second team, didn't he?
Kaner's holding on to 3 chips.
Not necessarily, no. Notable individuals 38 or higher in terms of pay scale. Tom Brady at 42 years old signed a $50 million contract. Here we go. Henrik Stenson Golf signed a $50 million deal at 46. Justin Verlander, 39, signed an $86 million deal. LeBron James at 39 signed a 104. Aaron Rodgers at 38 signed for 150. Other notable older individuals getting paid, as they say.
Madonna never won an MVP. That ends the conversation.
Did win
Kane
a Stanley Cup, though.
Yeah,
99.
Kane has 3.
So by your logic, Matt Ryan is a better quarterback than Jared Goff.
There's a conversation there.
They're a very good comp to each other.
Yes, they are.
I love that one. You dug that one up a few weeks ago. Yeah, I was waiting for it.
It was perfect time because Matt Ryan won MVP.
It's a really legit comp, bro. Great conversation on that one.
Shout out.
We might need a half hour and stick for that one.
It's a conversation where it's like either side you are, you can't win.
Yeah.
Like if you're cheering for Matt, I don't think you can beat Jared. Like if you're cheering for Jared, I don't think you can beat Matt, and vice versa.
Arguing those two just seems like a wild waste of time.
But that's the day we're in.
It's such a great comp, though.
We might have to do it.
Yeah,
before
for
the season
sure.
starts.
So just look like year
we'll
by
be here
year,
for that.
line by line.
And we'll all have to watch tape. We'll all have to dive into the weeds.
I mean, Matty Ryan's mechanics were
Matty Ice.
And then you look at what did he have? He had Julio Jones,
Roddy White
early on. He had what's the
they
other
get a
guy?
little Tony G in there. I
Muhammad
think, too.
Muhammad Sanu.
He had some Tony G in
Tony
there.
G in there.
He had a
running
really
back
good running back for-
Devontae Freeman.
Yeah.
Michael Turner Burner.
Freeman was largely consistent for a nice stretch for them.
Speaking of consistent, are the Tigers consistent right now? That's the conversation.
Yeah,
That's
keep winning,
where we're at
keep
right
winning
now. They got a
series,
win
guys.
last night.
Keep winning series. They got a chance to do that tonight, right? Or are they off tonight?
No, they're
off
not
tonight.
off tonight. We're actually
they're
going
not?
to the game. Kansas
Oh,
City
that's right.
Royals with no Bobby Witt Jr.
Is that game 4 of the series? Or the start of the next one?
The start of the next one. Justin, where you at? You had some conversation. I think it's interesting talking about the front office of the Tigers and what they have not done well. You want to get into that or you want to wait till tomorrow?
No, we can get into that. I mean, it's just, yeah, everyone wants to strike on the fact that they have the 9th highest payroll in the MLB, but when you look at how they get there, and it's sweet potato, if you don't have to throw that on the back wall for me, and the order is not correct. The order of the money is not necessarily in the perfect order. I'm unsure, but I just to make sure that we're on the right page. But when you look at that top 10, Bray, like you got 6 guys who are arguably just playing ridiculously undervalued. Like Valdez is getting 30 plus mil, Javi's getting 25 mil, Flaherty's getting 25 mil, Verlander's getting a bag, Jansen's getting a bag, Drew Anderson sucks, Tarek Skubal is
Alex
only
Cobb at the bottom.
Yep. That's not even on there. Tarek Skubal's only up there because of arbitration. McGonigal's only up there because they signed him to the super extension. Gleyber Torres, we'll give him credit on that one. That was a good signing. That played out well. And then Finnegan is kind of it's teetered on and off. I personally I'm a Finnegan guy when he's on, but it's just it's a tough place to be in when you look at these contracts, and then if you essentially were to mold those top 6 into one contract, they would be less than what you would pay Tarek Skubal if you gave him $400 million.
I think what frustrates me about the Tigers is I was actually just kind of looking at this and some of the things you did, and I just went back to the 2024 playoff run, and I looked at what that lineup was. I looked at top to bottom. I looked at the pitchers, looked at the field, looked at what the lineup was. When you get to the playoffs, you get to the second round of the playoffs, feel like you can advance. You almost have a chance to get past. It doesn't work out for you. What do? You look at that offseason as a chance to get better. You look at that offseason as a chance to add players that can help you get a little further than you would that next year. Go ahead and do me a favor and look at the 2025 Tigers playoff roster. I got them both right here. I'm looking at them. They're similar.
Yeah.
They're exactly similar to 2025. And guess where they finished, ladies and gentlemen? The exact same place. And you can argue if Tarek Skubal keeps pitching or if they could have had a hit. I'm not doing the if game. I'm playing where they finished. Now, do me another favor. Look at the 2026 Detroit Tigers roster coming off a season where they went back to the second round of the playoffs. This roster, does it look vastly different with the exception of Kevin McGonigal having an amazing year for the Tigers as a rookie? Does it look vastly different because you have Framber Valdez now as your number 2 pitcher, the Iron Horse, who hasn't pitched worth it? Like, this roster looks similar to last year's, which looks similar to 2024. And what are you asking? Trying to get to the ALCS, trying to get to the World Series? You can't get further doing less.
Well, I do think
or doing the same thing. Excuse me.
I do think that the difference here, and I think you're right about all of that, is
very well said.
They're not way far out ahead of Cleveland the way that they were this time last year, right? So you didn't see the desperate need to add things. They thought they just needed to tinker. Well, after post-All-Star break, when things started to crater, which kind of sounded the alarm for fans to make the move, but they just, again, went dollar store shopping. This year, right now, they know they're in the thick of it. They don't have a lead by any means. They've got some ground to make up. So I think that this is a situation where we really find out who Scott Harris is. You have a playoff team for 2 straight years. Are you going to continue that? The mantra of the team is great baseball and picking the whole organization up through the rest of this decade into the next one with youth and success. You have your opportunity right now to make some legitimate moves. I think at this point you have to let go a couple of those prospects in your great farm system to do just that.
At the end of the season, we're going to be laughing, and we're going to be talking about how long Jamo Jones is in your starting roster. Just throwing it out there. We will be having that conversation at the end of the season. Like, you remember 15% of the season, Jamo Jones was in that starting lineup, that starting rotation.
And pinch hitting.
100%. You excited about the game tonight, though, Jay? What's your plan when attacking the Tigers game? How do you do it? What are you doing? Where am I meeting you at?
All right, so we're probably so I'm about to drive home after this. My dad usually comes picks me up, which is actually pretty huge.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
But so we skip the traffic. However, so we're gonna go down there. We usually take a lap. So you get there really early. Like lately, I don't know why traffic has not been an issue, and I don't know why, but we usually take a lap. Today, I probably won't be feeling that. Probably go up to that right field bar. Before the games, they have $5 drinks, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Up at the right field patio, Pepsi porch. And it used to be the
deal
Pepsi
in 2026.
So we always go up there and get our first drink. And
you ever hit the batting cage?
Not anymore. I mean, I don't even think they have the batting cage.
Nah, they moved it.
Where's it at now?
I said no. They moved it out of there.
Oh yeah. See, I would have, dude. I'd go in there. I start ripping some bombs. Give me a couple of drinks and put me.
There's a Big 3 game today, so I think it's gonna be crowded downtown.
There's a Big 3 game.
Yeah, LCA.
Oh, LCA.
Yeah, there's a Big 3
opener.
No, this isn't the opener because they played maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured
Kool-Aid might go down there.
Big 3 game today, so I figured there'd be a little bit extra traction at LCA. We usually park at the Google parking structure. Shout out to my girl.
Double D at the Big
100%,
3.
but yeah, it'd be a little bit more crowded. So I think I'll probably get down there at 6:15, park over there, and then walk over. Probably be inside by 6:25, and then we're in the suite. But we can meet you over there.
All right, sounds good. Just text me where, and we can also meet you like at a different bar, like at the beer hall or something. Whatever works.
Sounds like a plan to me. Kool-Aid in the back. Chilling, man. You going to the Big 3? Who's even playing? Joe still, yeah. I see him every night on Nightcap. Okay, Gerv. All right, shout out.
The only one and only Iceman.
That really got you when that came out, huh?
That should have gotten everybody.
Which one pissed you off more, Drake or Caleb Williams?
Drake?
Drake's his album's called The Iceman.
That dude's not even on my
right,
radar.
So
he grew up in a gated community.
The Iceman.
And he was on what's this show he was on?
Degrassi.
Get out of here, Degrassi boy. Who cares?
I was saying, which one pissed you off?
The most notable player
Drake pisses
on
me off
Detroit's
a lot, to be honest.
I know it. That's what I had. Go ahead.
Annoying.
The most notable player on Detroit's Big 3 team is Corey Brewer.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Always loved his
University of Florida, 2-time national champ with Al Horford
sir.
and what's his name? From Chicago Bulls, Joakim Noah.
Oh, yeah.
Noah.
Dang, you know your shit, B.
That era I was really good at. There's so much movement these days, man. I'm in the book every night.
Montrezl Harrell is on the Chicago Triplets who are playing Detroit tonight, and they also have Amir Johnson on their team.
Solid. He's only 28.
I'm trying to find some heaters. I want some elite polls. I'm trying to find some elite polls.
Dude,
for you guys
Amir Johnson is an elite poll.
See,
that is an elite poll. I love Amir. Dwight Howard, captaining the LA Riot, is playing in Game 1 as well.
Oh, he's playing tonight?
Yeah.
Every time I hear his name now, he's dodging like other type of.
I also got Patrick McCaw. That's elite ball knowledge right there. Shout out Golden State Warriors championship team.
Nick Young.
Nick Young's the coach. He's not playing. He's the coach.
Nick Young is hilarious. Like, Nick Young is absolutely hilarious. The fact that he was actually really good, too, is which makes it even funnier.
Kind of, for a minute.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like, his college career to get him to the league.
Sure,
and then
sure.
the potential, like, when he
Pretty
turned
much
it
everyone's college career to get to the league was good.
Mario Chalmers and Michael Beasley with Lance Stevenson all in the same roster
Lance.
on Miami 305. That's pretty electric.
Did you like Lance?
That's a fight. You said what?
Did you like Lance Stevenson? No.
I didn't like him. He's a troll.
Yeah, I love that.
But I like he can play.
But who was he trolling against was the deal.
Oh, when he blew on LeBron.
Shout out Isaiah Austin playing
That's
in
the
the league.
heckler in you, though, Anson.
Yeah,
That's
hell
how you
yeah.
play.
You guys remember Isaiah Austin? He was like partially blind in his eye, and like the NBA drafted him. But he's a Big 3 champion. He plays in that league.
Okay.
Shout out Yaldo Eye Center.
So
Hooking him up.
So it sounded like it was not going to be anything. Now it actually may seem like it's a little bit of competition this season.
And then the last team has Detroit legend Greg Monroe on it.
Solid.
Greg.
Where's ISO Joe? Is he
South of
playing?
Louisiana. He's still hurt.
ISO Joe is. I don't know if he's playing. He's not on any team that's playing in Detroit tonight.
Nah, ISO. Yeah, he's in there in spirit. He'll talk about it on Nightcap for the recap.
What about Derek, the guy that says he can beat LeBron one-on-one?
Who?
Oh, Coleman?
No, Derek's not the name. No, the guy from
Damn, Detroit's 0-5 in this league.
Solid.
Makes sense.
Solid.
That's great.
The women are going to be here soon? Is that the deal too?
Women will be here soon. When we get a team
Next
name.
year? Oh, well, they don't have one yet. Huh?
I don't have a team name.
We had some good ones.
Look, we had some good ones. We had some good conversation in here today. Go back, watch the show if you will. Clean up some things. We also addressed some things and some issues that people had with Woodward sports. Don't take it personal. It's just sports, baby boy. For my boy Anson Wells, Justin Satawa, as well as Sweet Potato Cam, Kool-Aid on the side, we are the Braylon Edwards Show, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.